Hi, my beautiful people. How are you guys doing today? I hope y'all are having a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and a wonderful everything. If you are coming and you're joining in and you're watching the replay, please put into the comments down below that you are watching. Hit the thumbs up. It helps tremendously. Okay, so I know that you guys are going to be asking me like 50,000 questions about what occurred and everything else like that. So I am prepped, I am prepared, and I am ready. Mr. Utopia has just decided to come home for a little while. So if you're hearing anything in the background, that's him. Poor thing is hungry as all bloody get out and already thought it'd be a wonderful idea to start messing with me. And as you can tell, little Miss Mew Mew 2 is here. Say hey, Mew Mew. Yeah, he said hey. Yeah, I know. You saying hey, aren't you there? Mm-hmm. All right. So I popped on here a little early before I had myself set up. It took me a few minutes to actually get away from the boys, but I'm here. No big deal. I have been hearing so much about what's going on with the Hobby Lobby clearance. If you have been doing the Hobby Lobby clearance, please head on over to my Facebook group. The link will be down below, and post your photos. What have you gotten? What have you been trying to get your little hands on? Everything else like that. I am curious. I want to know. Unfortunately, this year, because honestly, the fact that they decided to do it early, I was incapable of actually going. I know it sucks. Sucks for me too. But it leaves more opportunity for other individuals to be able to, yes, to be able to go. Are you part of the conversation? You are. Oh my goodness. Well, you want to tell everybody everything about it? You interested about the yarn too? Hmm? So, yeah. Oh my goodness. We got a talkative kitty this morning. Oh, it's not morning anymore. It's the eve. It's the midday. And Mr. Miller decided to come and join us. So while I wait for you beautiful people to show up, I am just going to set myself up and go ahead and show what I've been working on. I did decide on a project that I decided to take with me, and that was the Cinnamon Stitches pattern. Well, it's not her pattern. She actually did it from Premiere. She did last year. I think it was, yeah, last year for Premiere Week. Oh, I'm getting hit in the face with a kitty tail. I was wanting to do this last year for so much. Yeah, I know. It was pretty, didn't it? Yeah, it came out really nice, huh? So I was really wanting to do this last year for Easter, but for some reason I never could get enough motivation to be able to do it. This year I did it. I'm almost done. I am so excited to show this to you guys and to be able to show that I am almost done. I just have a sleeve left and then I can actually wear it. I know. You just like stop talking and give me attentions. It is a free pattern. It's called the Tulip Lace Cardi. It's intermediate. Cinnamon Stitches actually did a tutorial breaking it down for you guys. She did a fantastic job. He is licking the concrete for some strange reason. I don't know what in the world he's doing. But it, like I said, it's a free pattern. They do a small, medium, large, 1X, 2X, 3X, 4X, and a 5X. I did a size small, and it fits me absolutely perfect, and I love it half to death. So, welcome in, Divergent Crafter. How are you doing, sweetness? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. You're saying hi to everybody, aren't you? I got Onyx here. She has just been talking up a storm. Yeah. I can just spend the morning just sitting here, just petting on her. I was showing it's called the Tulip Lace Cardi by Premier Yarns. It's 100% free. I usually wear a size, I'm in a size, medium, majority large shirts now. And every once in a while I can get into a small. Every once in a while. Not quite there yet. Hoping, fingers crossed. I am exercising like crazy and trying to drop the weight. But majority of the time I am in a size large shirt that makes me feel comfortable, especially in my bust area. Surprisingly, I fit in a size small. I did not believe, and it fits me perfectly. It's weird. So if you look into this, make sure you do the measurements of the circumference of as big around as you can. That way it actually fits you perfectly and beautifully wherever you need it to be. If you're an apple shape, if you're whatever shape you are. I'm a pear shape. I get people telling me now that I'm no longer a pear shape, that I'm an hour shape glass. And I actually did the measurements and I'm not far off. And I'm like, ooh. Hi, Cindy. How are you? Just woke up from a nap. Ooh, I did that yesterday. Lazy since I got back to work tomorrow. I don't blame you, sweetness. If you need the sleep, get the sleep in you. It's wonderful to see you in here, Cindy. Let me go over here real quick and double check and make sure YouTube is behaving itself. Because I don't see anybody in here. And it's making me quite curious. Is it because of StreamYard or YouTube, or what in the world is happening? So let me go over here real fast. I don't want to go to history. I want to go to my channel. Give me 1 second, you beautiful people. Oh, I see why. Okay. Oh, I got a decent amount of people in here. Okay, my bad. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, go back to sleep. Go get rid of that headache as quickly as you can, sweetness. I don't know why StreamYard is not bringing up all these comments. Okay, hold on. I doubt I will ever get in a small. I have a larger frame for someone by height. I was a medium in shirts and size 6 at my thinnest, which isn't what isn't now, but just large frame for my short person. Okay. Well, sweetness, that's perfectly fine. You know, my lower end of my half, I have never actually been small. I have always been like large. I mean, like a big booty, big everything. And yet on the top end of me, I'm small, but yet I think the largest I got up to was a 3D, and that was at my biggest weight. I was at a 36, 34 or 36 triple D, and now I'm all the way down. Like I'm pretty down. So I'm going down in size, but I'm also like sitting here going, yeah, this is a mom bod. But yeah, the tushy wishies and the bottom half of me, I am trying everything I can to get it to at least into shorts. I've never felt comfortable or good enough even in shorts, even in my smallest frame. I think the smallest I got was like 100 130 some odd pounds, 120 some odd pounds. And even, I think it was like barely felt comfortable into shorts. I was still thick. I was still really thick. Okay, now it's starting to show up over here. Thank you for the thumbs up. So now that I'm sewing and everything else like that, I'm sitting here going, with an itty bitty little waist and everything else like that, that's perfectly fine if I get into shorts and I have to like size up just so it can fit around my thighs. As long as I feel comfortable with my thighs and as long as I'm happy with my thighs, if I'm getting up a size in pants or shorts or whatever, capris, whatever, long pants, whatever you're wanting to convey it, I'm starting to now learn how to bring in my waistline to itty bitty. So they feel much more comfortable. They fit around my apple booty, everything else like that. So I am loving the fact that I am getting into sewing, not only because I get to sew up project bags that I haven't been able to afford, and I'm excited, but also too, I can adjust clothes to fit my body the way that they are. And with me constantly dropping the weight, I don't have the money to keep constantly purchasing or going out and purchasing the clothes. German, Russian, Mongol heritage makes my I still haven't figured out everything that's in my history either. I am 4'8". I'm 4'8". I'm short. And oh yeah, big old booty. And the rest of me is like itty bitty. But yeah, the Russians, Germans, oh yes, they're stocky people. So you got some good genes in you, huh? Here, I can't say nothing. My grandpappy, looking back at him, you can tell even with him being in the army and everything else like that, he struggled to be as tiny as they wanted him to be. You can tell by looking at his frame, he needed to be bigger. He needed to pack on the weight and the muscle to look right. He didn't look right. Do you get a god awful brain gap due to the brain? Yes, I do. In the very back, when you're sitting there and you're trying to like do something where it's like you barely bend over or you're constantly pulling up the pants because they need to hug your mid waist and go up to your actual stomach and go inwards to be able to actually stay up there. Yeah. I hated it when I was a teen. I would actually go into boys' clothes so I can get them just big enough where they can fit onto my waist and not fall off. I hated female pants. Hi, Nisi. How are you, sweetness? Yeah, I know. I almost got slapped in the face with the tail again, huh? Whew. Here, I'm doing extra exercises right now. Just trying to, my goal is by summer to do the exercises to feel comfortable enough to wear shorts above my knee. I'm almost there. Oh, thank you, sweetie. I greatly appreciate that. There was a brand that had elastic in the back only. Oh, I remember those. But they would itch. So I didn't like the fact that where they would itch and everything because it was always like right there. Or it would move over to the side, especially because with me being so athletic, I would want to climb the trees and I was a tomboy. So by doing all of that and everything and doing all the bending and I was not supposed to be able, because I was a female, I was supposed to be a good girl and stand in certain positions. I can tell by the way the clothes were made compared to the guys' clothes. The guys' clothes were specifically designed so they can actually move and do whatever they wanted to do. If they wanted to sit there and wrestle or if they wanted to go play in the dirt or whatever, it was very I guess elastic, not elastic. It was more, it was open in areas that allowed you to move. I don't know how else to explain it, but I remember, yeah, when I was a kid, I loved boy clothes compared to female clothes because females were so restrictive. Um, Even now, I wear clothes that are big and I love stretch pants and stuff like that and everything. Not because I'm just sitting there trying to let myself go, but I pull my legs up now. Like right now, I'm sitting in the chair, my legs are crisscrossed applesauce, and I'm constantly bending over, and I am putting myself in almost yoga positions, just because it feels more comfortable to me. I don't like that rigorous sit still, stay still. It hurts. I don't like it. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah. You guys, you see this? She's doing awesome. She actually just got fixed. She should be getting her stitches out soon. Oh, I'm just soaking up the love. Easy for movement. See? Okay, so you understand. Honey, I'm in pajama pants right now. Like these things are about to go. I'm about to have to like re-sew up the sides because there's holes in the like where I've been tightening them down and everything. You guys know. Oh. Um, so I know a lot of y'all have been wondering why have I been off the YouTube streets and everything else like that. Some of y'all know y'all are actually one of my friends on Facebook, so y'all understand that the cuteness went into the hospital for the cuteness is my oldest son. He went into the hospital for a 72-hour EEG. They actually cut it short by a whole day. So we went in. Let me go ahead and get this straight. So we did a MRI to see how his brain was doing, everything else like that. We also drew his blood to do a whole battery of tests. One was to break down his DNA to a micro. I can't think of the word. I know the word. I'm saying it in my head. I can't get it out of my mouth. A level where you know how like you can have the letters and numbers and everything. So they broke it down to that. They drew my blood, Mr. Utopia's blood, and whenever they come across a DNA sequence and that's not quite right or anything else like that, what they are going to do is they're going to cross match it against me and my husband. And they're going to sit there and say, okay, it came from the mom's side, it came from the father's side, came from the combination of the two together because of mom had XYZ, dad had XYZ, and it made the cuteness. Or because the combination of the two together, both me and my husband decided to come together and end up having a wee one. And the combination of that is actually what caused whatever gene defect they find. So they did that. I asked for them to draw the blood for the find out if he's having vitamin deficiency. So is he having a difficult time drawing in the vitamins into his body and using them and being able to expel whatever he does not. So that's what's happening as well. I asked them to check his homocysteines, just the whole 9 yards. We will be finding out about all of that very shortly. All that was taken care of. The next step was to send him in for a 72-hour EEG. The whole purpose of all of this was because of the simple fact with HME, I can never pronounce the name of it. I can probably look it up in a minute if she allows it. HME is basically one side of the lobe, the hemisphere section of the brain is bigger than the other section of the brain. 99% of the children, supposedly there's a 1%, never heard of that 1%, never come across one, never read about one, but supposedly there is 1%. of them has never had a specific surgery that they're thinking about he's going to need that falls in line with everybody else that has the HME. The HME, children, adults, whatever, the surgery that I'm talking about is where they disconnect a whole lobe. A dog just got loose. A whole lobe of the brain, or they literally disconnect a portion of the brain or whatever it is, and they deaden the brain to stop the seizures. With his polymicrogyria and his HME, it is known that his seizures will start, progress, and keep progressing and will never stop. They will continuously get worse. So that's why we're always going in for test, retesting, and we can never just sit back and relax. It's always that dread of waiting and seeing of when is it going to get worse or how much has it gotten worse. Unfortunately, we've actually gotten some bad news. A whole 24 hours. So we take him off of his medicine. We weaned him off of his medicine. We took him in. He was already starting to show signs of face tics. So he was having misfiring of the brain. So basically, misfiring of the brain is the beginning stages of seizure activity. If you have too many, then you end up with a storm, basically. It's a storm activity that constantly keeps going and does not stop, and then it turns into seizures and then clusters and everything else. He had nonstop seizure activity the whole entire time for the whole 24 hours. And the doctor basically came in and said, okay, hold on. I don't know what's going on. And I think it's dealing with the boys or the dogs. Sorry, Cirilla was just nonstop barking. Are you coming in to say hi? Oh, bunny ears. Niecy's in here, and if you want to say hey to Cindy, I don't know if she's still in here or not. No. You just coming in to do bunny ears? So they changed up his medication. They stopped the no. Yeah, thank you. They completely stopped, gave him his meds, and kept him on his EEG to see if maybe they might see a reaction, to see hopefully they might see an improvement in his brain activity. Unfortunately, they didn't. Unfortunately, they didn't. And they were like, it's fine. They weren't expecting it to happen, but they were just hoping it was going to. So they sent him home. Okay. I should turn you guys around to see what he's doing. But they just basically said, here, let's send him home with this medication. Let's hope and see if they might do any better. Keep a lookout for any misfiring, and his misfires were facial expressions, basically. At one point, I thought he was going into an actual seizure. Fortunately, he didn't. But they just went ahead and they sent him home a whole day early, and they were like, you've already got an appointment with the doctor. I was about to say her name, but I need to keep my mouth shut and not say her name. His neurologist, and go ahead and check up with her, see how he's doing, how how's he developing, how's he doing, how just the whole aspect of the whole thing. And then we're going to readjust and move from there. They're actually talking about doing a CAT scan and then doing a protein test as well to see if we do need to go ahead and move forward to get him forward on doing the surgery or not. But basically right now, all it is gathering information and then making the best decision that we can with the information that we have at hand. So that is, yes, we did get bad information. It was sad. It's unfortunate, but it was bound to happen. The baby's 9 years old. Hugs and healing vibes must be terrifying for you. Yes. The cuteness doesn't understand. He understands tests. He understands going into the hospital. He understands routines. He understands all of that. It's not different for him. To him, he's used to it. It's not a different way of life. It's not like he's never had it before and then all of a sudden it's happened. He's been raised this way, unfortunately. This is just the way his life has always been. It's sad, it's unfortunate, but I look at it like this. It's also sad at the fact that my mom had really bad seizures, but if it wasn't for her being in that type of a state and me not having a mom with seizures, I wouldn't have been able to know when he was first having them when he was 2 weeks old. So there is a reason for things to happen in your past. There's a reason why things happen, even if it's you wish that it never did or anything else like that. There's a reason, even if that just means that you're in this world and you're in this life and you need to learn from it, and there's something you need to learn from it, or if there's something you need to go through just to learn from, there's a reason for that. It's a positive spin to a negative situation, unfortunately, but it helps me. And it helps my boys by teaching them this too. Quit. Go lay down. But I know that y'all are really interested in everything else like that. And I'm going to probably do a video whenever I have time. But that's basically why I've just been off the charts, like not in people's lives. I really wanted to go to Ursula's live this morning, but unfortunately, I had to wake up the boys. I had to deal with everything. I had to do schooling. I had to deal with meltdowns. So life got in the way. Life got in the way of me and having joy and going on my YouTube-ness. Basically. But yeah, he's doing okay. He hates the taste of the new meds. He hates it. But he's no longer having the tics as bad as they were, and he hasn't gotten to the point where some of them look like it was about to go into a full-blown seizure. So we don't have to use the emergency medication, thank goodness. So we're having positive thoughts and positive feed on that aspect. So yay. Had a coworker who had seizures, and due to my experiences with seizures, she requested to get me. Oh, see? Yes, it is a new med syrup. In the very beginning, seizures were extremely scary to me as a child, but my mom had them so many times and she had so many different kinds. Like I was literally trained by doctors at the time to teach me if my mom had a seizure, what to do at home, how to handle the situation, how to call for 911, how to take care of her to make sure that she wouldn't aspirate. That's basically where liquid, fluid, whatever wouldn't go into her lungs. If she ends up choking, and to make sure she wouldn't aspirate that way as well. If she hit her head, how to take care of it. Doctors also taught me how to take over the wheel and to bring the car to an immediate stop if my mom was driving. She ends up having a seizure as well. So yes, it was scary at the time of a child, but because I went through it so many times and it so long, basically, because my mom had like severe seizures. She would end up with like the absent seizures, the ones where she'll shake and hit the ground. I guess I got desensitized, and I didn't deal with it again until he was 2 weeks old, and he was in my arms. I was breastfeeding him. He ended up having one, and I'm just sitting there going, this looks very familiar. I mean, that's how I told my husband, I was like, this looks very familiar. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I don't want to say it because if I do, it's going to come true. And he's like, what is it? We're on edge at the time because he kept crying and crying and crying. And he wouldn't stop crying. Come to find out, he had a brain bleed from the actual birth experience. He had birth trauma. But he's like, what is it? I'm like, it looks like he's having a seizure. And he had a few more, and we called the doctor and we videotaped it and found him for sure. He was having seizures. He was having full blown, the shaking and everything else like that. And I'm like, yep. So 911 or hospital, or which one do you want to do? So I was completely desensitized. It was just more along the lines of I knew what needed to be done, how to do it, and go ahead and let's do it. There was no, oh my God, what do I do? And the whole meltdown, the breakdown. I was completely desensitized because I've gone through it so many times for so many years, through majority of my childhood. First convo we had, what is your preferred aftercare? First convo. What's a convo? We've had. Yeah, with the taste. So I put it into a syringe. I give him the whole dose. He swallows it. I immediately give him his favorite drink. So I make sure conversation. Okay, hold on. So after I give him the taste, because he has two different categories of seizure medication. With the new one, I give him the worst tasting one first. I go ahead, give it to him to drink his smoothie, his juice, his milk, his whatever he's wanting to drink immediately afterwards. And then I give him the second seizure category medication. There's a lot more to it, so he can handle it. And he takes that, and then he drinks the smoothie immediately afterwards. He's getting used to it. It's just he sits there and goes, bleh. And it makes him feel much better when we can sit there and I didn't make this 18 and older, but I use the common phrase of, yeah, it tastes like. So he's like, that does. I'm like, yeah, I know it sucks. I'm sorry, but this is here to help you. Yeah. So just talking to him like an adult and equal partner that's going through this and not belittling him or undermining him or telling him you got to take it anyways. That alone also makes him feel much more inclusive in his own medical decisions. Conversation. Okay, so what am I missing here? Had a coworker who had seizures, and due to my experiences with seizures, she requested they get me if she had one. So that's awesome. Okay, med syrup, seizures. First conversation we had, what is your preferred aftercare? She likes snuggles. So if she likes snuggles, then do what she wants. All depends on what kind of seizures she has. So if I cannot remember how many types there are. Do not quote me. I want to say there's like 5 different kinds of seizures. All depends on where she's having the seizures, how long they're having the seizures. But me personally, if someone is having the full-blown convulsions and the shaking and hits the ground, you immediately lay them over to the side. You put a pillow or something over to the side. You do not stick anything at all in their mouth. I don't care what it is. Don't stick it in their mouth. Don't touch their mouth. Don't go near their mouths. Don't hold them down either. They're using their full strength of their whole body, and they don't have no control over anything that's happening. Quit. They can end up going into a full-blown whap, and it's not their fault. The best thing for you to do is, like I said, put something up underneath their head, so when they're shaking or anything else like that, they're away from everything. Their head has something soft, so if they end up like and coming up and staying still for a few minutes, count the breaths when they do something like that. Are they breathing? Are they perfectly, their heart's moving okay? Are they not turning blue? Everything's okay besides the fact of them just shaking? Okay, cool. Let's get them into a safe area, away from objects, things, anything at all. Keep their head secure with a little pillow, soft something up underneath them. That's the best thing to do for them. If they start feeling cold, then put a blanket onto them. If the blanket won't stay on them, warm up the room. When they start coming out of it, back up, or unless they like to have snuggles, pet them. Literally like a dog. Pet from the shoulder down. Hey, sweetness, you just had a seizure. You realize this? All right, cool. Okay, you're not coming out of it yet. You can't have a conversation with me yet. Perfectly okay. Start talking about how your day's been doing. What did you do that day? What's going on? Do you have plans for the weekend? If they tell you shh or something like that, be quiet. Sometimes their brains are not, they can't handle what's happening, but knowing that you're just there brings them so much comfort when they come out of it and they're just emotionally just bawling or something else like that. Comfort them. Talk to them when they come out of it. Were you crying because you had an over emotion? Were you crying because you just couldn't help it and you had a feeling where you just needed to cry? Or did you just cry because you had no choice in the matter? You just cried. Break it down. Which one is the what's happening? Because you can also have an emotional seizure as well. Emotional seizures where you end up just having a seizure and you act out angrily, emotion, any type of emotion. So basically the seizure misfires and it hits the emotion part of your brain and it ends up reacting. By sitting down and talking to the person, having a list of questions. What did the last person do to you? What do you like best? What do I need to do? Being there for them and just knowing the boundaries of what they like and willing to open your ears and listen. That's the critical point of just being there. Don't be afraid to ask. If it sounds like a silly question, look at it like this. If you don't know the answer to it, ask it. It don't matter if it's silly, if it's weird, if it's you feel like you need to know it, don't. This is a type of situation where nobody knows everything. And the best thing to do is to ask, because if you don't ask, you're not going to know. You're not going to figure it out. Even the neurologists still need to sit there and say, what is going on? And break it down critically. Our son cannot stand syrups, so he chases it down with his favorite drink. See, the cuteness can't take pills. He can only do syrups. This was an old job at my. Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah, I always wind up in a mom position no matter where I go. See, you're just awesome before that. That's all it is. Feel better? I never end up in the mom position. Nobody wants me to be the mom position. Everybody wants me to be the knowledgeable person. Oh, you have knowledge in this? Oh, wow. So it's almost like a jack of all trades, but never a master in one. That's basically what I end up being. Is everyone comes to me for knowledge. Do you know anything about this? Yes, I do. What was your experience? Okay, XYZ. Oh, okay. So what do I do? XYZ. Oh, okay. Thank you. That's what I'm mainly known for. I'm the supposedly Googler. She had one that required a full robot, and my plan of attack is she had one was to make sure she was safe until done and convulsing. Then yeah, so there you go. Sounds like you know it right off the bat exactly what to do. Head safe, body safe, away from all objects that can stab her or cause more damage than what the seizure's already doing. Yeah, you sound like you already know. And with the way that your brain works, you're perfect. You know to ask questions, you know where to be, you know how to take a hold of situations that need to be held on to. You're perfect for the whole situation of knowing what needs to be done, how to ask, how to deal with the situation at hand. So the only thing that's different probably between you and me, I'm not a very compassionate and nice, touching person. My husband even calls me Nurse Pain because I know it needs to be done and I just get it done. I'm not considerate of how gentle am I touching the person or how much strength needs to be given or how tender touch I need to be. I have no tender touch. I am literally just, okay, we're done. I've even scared nurses and doctors because my cuteness had a surgery on his throat and he was having difficulty breathing. They were even talking about putting a scope down his throat and making it where he could breathe better and everything else like that. And they were even going to give him epinephrine. And I was just like, just turn him, rotate him, and he'll be fine. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, here, just move. And I literally I manhandled him. And I just readjusted his whole entire back, straightened up his whole neck, straightened up his whole airway and everything. And he started breathing. They're like, how did you do that? Move him. So I don't have that nice, gentle little touch that everyone else has. I think that's the difference between a motherly person and someone that's like me. I'm very close, but I just don't have that motherly touch. Scary seizure, first sign of seizures. We headed to the bean bags. Okay, so yeah. So it sounds like even you've been there, you've done it, you've very beginning of your childhood and everything. I do that kind of thing too. I am not as touchy-feely as some people, but extremely empathetic. Yeah, I don't have the empathy. I'm just straight up going, okay, you're done. All right, good. Do you need anything else? Do you want water? You want this? Nope. Okay. All right. I'll see you in about 15, 20 minutes for your next rose meds. I can see me being like a big Bertha type of woman, but I just don't have that gentle. I don't know. I could be wrong. I've always assumed it was that. It could be something else, and just no one's ever really told me what it was. But no one's ever considered me as a motherly, touchy, feely type of person. Majority of the time when someone starts crying, I just want to sit there and go, it's okay. And in the back of my head, I'm like, what can I do to get you to shut up? Because I really don't want to be here. But yet my husband can step in and he can sit there and just swoop you up, give you a big old hug and be like, it's okay. And say all the nice and the wonderful things and everything else like that. And I'm on the background going, okay, I got blankets. I got this. I got that. Everything's ready to go. Let's go. So me and him are perfect when it no. Careful with your stitches. So he's the big old heart warm, gentle type of person. Here I'm the go out and go get her. I find myself feeling awkward when others are crying. I typically ask, will a hug help? And then go to problem solving. Yes, that's basically it. I'm problem solving. What's wrong? Why are you doing this? Why are you crying? Oh, XYZ did this. Well, then quit crying about it and leave them. So you grasp what I'm saying. Yeah, and 9 out of 10 times I'm just like, I really don't want to hug you. But I understand a hug sometimes it really does help. It really does. It is very beneficial. It does give a sense of security and love and understanding and something that nothing else can truly touch or help. Believe me, there's days that my boys will come up to me, I'm tired of being touched. Do you really need a hug? And they'll look at me like, yeah, like, fine. And I'll give them a big old hug and I'll make them feel much better and everything else. But I love the fact that I can actually sit there and be like, do I have to hug you? I don't want to be touched. Do I have to touch you? And I got dogs that do this. Okay, so I do have something to show you guys. I have been working my tushies off, trying to get it done. It's almost done. I'm extremely excited. I am so proud of myself. So Cinnamon Stitches last year did this cardigan. It's the Premier Yarns 2021. They released it. It's a tulip lace cardie. It's a level intermediate. Cinnamon Stitches actually did a tutorial on it, and she did a fantastic job. She went through, she went through and explained it beautifully and everything else like that. And I've been wanting to make this from Easter of last year, and yet it took me a whole year. And this time, I get to actually make it before it quit. So, yeah. Okay. Thank you. So it is free, you guys. It goes from a size small all the way up to a size 5X. I think she actually did a 4X, if I'm not mistaken. Look at the colors. Look at the colors. I'm extremely excited. Oh no, I don't have the band. Hold on, let me see if I can. Do I have? No. Okay. Okay, so this did go on clearance last year. I still have 3 skeins left. I'm extremely excited. Yarn Bee Urban Chic is 3.5 ounces, 275 yards. Caribbean Vibes, that's the name of it. It is 78% acrylic, 22% cotton, and is a lightweight number 3. Silly doggies. I still got one sleeve left, and I need to sew in the ends. But hold on. Shh. What do you guys think? Shh. Oh, the colors. The colors bring my eyes happy joy. I love it. Especially the orange and the yellow. So I'm like, oh, it's perfect for Easter. It's perfect for spring. Oh, it's perfect for summer. Oh, I'm loving it. I decided to not do as long of a sleeve. I just wanted a short little bitty sleeve that comes right about here. That was it. Oh, y'all love it. Awesome. I can't wait. I might just do a little tank top up underneath it as soon as it gets warmed up. But it is troubles throughout the whole thing. The thing was simple and easy. Let's do this side since y'all can see the shells. That's all it is. The tulips are shells. It was so simple and so boring. I actually messed up a few times. But in my opinion, I still love it. It fits me like a glove. I absolutely love it. I did a size small, but I did, instead of using a 5mm, I did use a 5.5mm, and I used, thank you, Kay, my furls hook. I love it. I can honestly sit there and say I used my furls hook for the whole entire garment. I'm extremely excited. I love it. I was gifted that from Kay, and I want to say thank you, sweetest. Out. Oh, thank you guys. It's a simple pattern. Now, the way that it was done is literally done from the very bottom, and it works itself all the way up. And what they did was they had 3 panels after they separated it. I don't know if you guys can see this. Double check. Yeah. So right here is a panel. From here to here is a panel. So this is considered as a back panel. And then again, this was a panel. And then what you did was you took it and you moved it over and you sewed up the top. You do the sleeve, and then you sew on the sleeve as well. And they did a fantastic job explaining how everything is supposed to be done. What it looks like on her, like she's wearing maybe about 2 to 3 sizes bigger than what she should be wearing. But I did my circumference, the biggest part of my body, except for my hips, because I knew it was going to be laying right on my hips, and I didn't care. I didn't want it buttoned. I just wanted something that was going to drape over and feel very comfortable over dresses and over tank tops and t-shirts and things like that. I wanted this to be the staple of everything. So the big highlight, the big eye catcher, the thing that will bring your eyes happy joy feelings. So they did a fantastic job. Yep, there we go. There's my camera. So they did a fantastic job over at Premiere. So I am loving this. I cannot wait. I can't wait. So this is what I was working on. Right now it's almost like we're down to freezing temperatures. I'm almost at the point of picking up knit needles and start knitting a sweater. I'm like, no, no, no. Today's the first day of spring. So happy spring equinox, you beautiful people. I know I missed. Woo! Go lay down. Stop. Oh, I can't handle wet noses right now. Hold on. Let me go back up. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I find myself feeling awkward when others are okay. My kids now tell me, Mom, I don't need you to fix my issues. I just need you to listen. You know what? That's how I tell my friends, and that's what I tell my husband. It's like, okay, do you want me to fix this, or do you just want me to shut up and just join with you? Touched out. Yes. Beautiful. Oh, I love the bag too. Oh my God, I found this at Goodwill. I found the bag at Goodwill. I cannot believe I found this sucker at Goodwill. Isn't it cute? I cannot wait. My husband just bought us donut pans. So I'm about to start making donuts for us and the boys and him too, because he's going on the full diet like us. And we're going to be trying different types of donuts. I can't wait. I love this bag. There's like no brand, no nothing. I love the handle. Oh, thank you. Like the stitch. Nice frills are such pretty hooks. Oh my God. See, she sent it to me at first trying to say, it's like, if you like it and everything else like that, here, now you get to know if you do or if you don't. Because I wasn't sure if I wanted to purchase any. Now that I know I like it, I'm just like, oh, I want to purchase some. I might get one for Christmas. I have tried numerous curdy patterns. None fit my weird body. Oh, I wonder why. What shape are you? Huh. Hi, Michelle. How are you? Oh, yours is made. Oh, see, this is my first. This is my first bag that I actually found. It was handmade. Everything, like you could tell the stitching, it was handmade. And yet someone just goodwilled it. I'm like, yes, ma'am, it will be mine. It shall be loved and cherished and forever be mine. I shall pet it. It shall be my precious. So, yeah, I know. Tell them. I love this thing. I'm actually trying to make a St. Patrick's bag. I know I'm late on St. Patrick's, but it's going to be the same dimensions and everything. I love this thing. I've been able to make a baby blanket out of it and everything. And yeah, find my flip-flops because I think the baby is waking up. So actually give him a minute. I love the drawstring. The only thing I do not like is the buttons at the very front. I feel like the drawstring should, yep, there he goes. Oh, you haven't, oh, I lost the word. Hour-shaped glass. I got two conversations going on at the same time in my head, and it's wanting to not want to shut up. You have a giveaway going on. Hey, you beautiful people. Hint, hint. Head on over to her channel and go find her giveaway and go check it out. She most likely has a secret word or a phrase or something else like that that you need to put in. I know that's majority with everyone, or you might need to just put in a comment. Go check it out and watch the whole video. It not only helps you to know what the rules are and everything else like that, and to know where it is allowed or not allowed, but it also helps not only you yourself, but it also helps her as well. Helps her out with her hours. It helps her out with the content, helps her out with the algorithm and everything. So go check her out. Don't miss out on this wonderful giveaway that she is having right now. Please go check her out. Ain't that right, buddy? Yeah. $800 subscriber giveaway, and also I made a collab giveaway. Ooh. Please tell me, what is it about? Time to rest, Michelle. Wow, what happened? What did I miss? Oh, you're tired. Oh, I'm sorry. Hour-shaped glass with the shoulders of a mini linebacker. Oh, then if you decide to make this or something else like that, then do the what's the biggest part of your body? Is it your shoulders? And if so, do the measurements for the circumference of your shoulders. That will be the best thing for you, because that's what you're needing it to fit to the best of your ability. Mine is my hips or something along the lines. So if I'm wanting something to make sure it goes over my hips, I end up having it a little bit bigger on my shoulders. So if I can, I'll make it smaller on top. And when I start getting to my hips, then I'll make it wider, or vice versa. If I'm starting at the very bottom, I do the widest point. I do the measurements a wee bit bigger, and then I'll start slowly tapering it in by the, the count it goes, until it fits the measurements of my shoulders. Oh, you're giving away scrubbies. Those things are handy. Oh my God, my husband loves those things. I am doing it with Crafter by the Rose. Oh, she is awesome. And there are others involved in it too. Are you, Dave? I think, hold on. How about we do this? Okay, Michelle, type something. Anything? There you go. Okay, so go ahead and drop your link to your video and to any other videos that you're needing it to be dropped towards your giveaway and everything else like that. That way it can help you out. For me, it's either my shoulders or bust. Honey, I get you on the bust. Quit. No cold noses right now. That's how I've learned to do my measurements, is because I've started learning how to dress myself. Uh it's weird. It sounds weird, but whenever you're doing your measurements or anything else like that because I've been wanting to do sweaters and cardigans and t-shirts or not t-shirts, but knitted and crocheted shirts and stuff. And I've been doing a lot of videos and research. They say the best thing to do is to measure the biggest part of your body. If that is your tushy, if that's your hips in your tushy, that's mine. Or is it your waistline because that's the apple shape? Or is that your shoulders or your bust? All depends on which one's bigger. Which one would bother you more? Would it bother you more to be bigger on the shoulders, or would it be bothersome if it's bigger in your bust area? Go for your biggest area and go with that. That way, whenever you're making something, you can always adjust it to the biggest point of your body, because you can always go smaller, but you can't go bigger. You can go bigger, but it's more difficult to go bigger, especially if you're going from bottom up, because I'm thinking about myself. So bottom up, I'm going bigger, and then I'm going smaller. But here you're saying it's your shoulders. So if you're going from bottom up, you want to go smaller to bigger. So think about it like that. I don't know. I guess, does any of this make sense? I hope I am making sense. I feel like I'm not making sense. I feel like I'm just a yabbering little dog over here, like a little chihuahua that's just not making no sense. I'm literally seeing myself as a little chihuahua going, and everyone's like, you itchy? Okay, I'm making sense. Oh, yay, the chihuahua has voice. But yet I've just started. I'm still learning. There's still things that I can learn that I don't know everything about.
No, they do that. What? That. And I do that.
I used to do that a lot when I was a kid. How loud can I get and how low can I get? We're all learning. Yes, we are. That's a great thing I love about this community is everyone is so willing to be loving and compassionate and be there for each other and not criticize and belittle and anything else like that. No, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do that.
I love this community. Oh, I love this community. Y'all are fabulous. You know that? It takes a lot for me to feel comfortable enough to even just want to do anything with other human beings. And for y'all to actually make me feel comfortable says a lot. I know y'all don't understand, but to me, if you know anything about me, if any point in time where I feel uncomfortable or I feel criticized or any type of negative feeling is coming towards me, I won't be involved. I'm good. Thank you. Y'all have a wonderful day. Y'all enjoy yourselves. And I won't be involved, even though it'll be fun and it'll be joyous. But just any type of negative feelings, it ain't happening. Someone's having fun with noises. You want to go ahead and sit down?
No.
Shh, not too loud. Bubba's still asleep. Thank you. So do I. What did I just say?
No.
Agreed. I will gracefully just bow out and move on. That's a nice way of saying it. Yeah. I have done it so many times where it's just like too much is happening and I feel like I'm being attacked or something else. I'm like, no, thank you. Have a wonderful day. Y'all have fun. And I'll leave my husband just standing there, just like, I'm like, no, I think that's exercise for mommy. I'm like, no. And we pray for everyone who has need. Yes. Oh my God. Okay, so y'all do exactly the same thing as I do. The cuteness is up. Woohoo! He just got up and I saw a blur right across the camera. Tickle, tickle, tickle. So what's your favorite color?
Yellow and purple.
Oh, it's yellow and purple now? It's not just yellow?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yellow and purple.
Yellow and purple. Those are some pretty colors.
Yellow.
Hi. Not right now. I might let you have it a little later, okay? Don't take. Can you go ahead and get your device and sit down like a big boy? Yes, ma'am.
What did
I love you.
What did that do?
Hold on, Boogie. I love you. All right, go sit down. We'll see.
What did that do?
No, sir.
What?
What did I ask you to get?
Why?
Yes, sir. Can you please go get it?
Go look.
I don't know. Probably a little later. So you say yellow and purple now? Holy Toulouse.
What is that
It's
do?
funny. I am always seeming to do that at family events because they... Yep. My family knows that whenever an event happens here, I won't let it get to the point of drama. As soon as drama even just barely, like I can barely, I kick everyone out of the house. Ain't happening. And at the very beginning of it happening and everything, when it was first occurring and everything, I would literally, my family would get mad at me and I would feel embarrassed and shut down, and I would almost cave. If it was not for the cuteness. This is 9 years ago. If it was not for the cuteness, because he couldn't handle drama, the screaming, the hollering, the freak outs of the family and everything. I would sit there and out of almost breaking down and just giving in and allowing the family, like I would get red face and almost shut down communication. And I'm like, no, I can't do this. He can't handle this. It's not like we can go anywhere. We can't go away. It's our house. That's when I started putting my foot down. And immediately afterwards, after it was all done and everything, I would profusely apologize. Be like, I am so sorry I had to do this. I am so sorry I had to do this. I'm so sorry. And yet my family would certain family members will come back and be like, don't. You did right. You did right for yourself. You did right for your family. You did right for your child. You did right. And by constantly having that positive reinforcement to be reinforced back into me of saying, no, you are not thinking about those individuals that are negatively impacting you, but you are trying to reverse it and make it into a positive. You're doing what is right for not only you and your family. So after about a good 2 years of doing this, my family knows that my house is a no drama house. 0. You got drama, don't come.
What
If
did that do?
it's for resistant training.
Is it safe?
hmm So anytime somebody would sit there and they think there'll be an awesome idea to keep drinking more liquids than they should, you understand what I'm saying? Then they don't come to my house. They won't even come on my property. They won't even go next door to announce that the fact they're even there anymore. They won't come, and I love it. I miss a little bit of the drama because I'm like, oh, what happened? Being in the middle of the drama, though, I'm like, no, I just... No, it's not jump rope.
What is it?
It's for resistant training. It's stretch.
Yeah.
Like pull. That's what it's for. Okay, you guys, let me sit him down, grab the, it just dropped, the charger, and then we will finish up. I want to hear about what has everyone got from the Hobby Lobby clearance and what you are looking for, if not have already went to go do the Hobby Lobby clearance, because I've decided not to do it. I don't have the finances, and with it just happening, here you guys know now what has been occurring. I don't have the time, the energy, or the effort to even just go out and to go to find it and to do it. That's part of it, buddy.
What?
Yeah. So let me go sit him down, and I'll be right back. Okay, it is charging. I need to put that back. No, you ain't going out. You can wait. Okay, let me read. My family no longer visits, but maybe nights. 9 years, because they always wind up showing out. Yep. That's why I only have certain family members that show up anymore, or that calls me. I'm not here for the drama. I got too much in my life, too much going on. Y'all can keep it. It's all yours. I have not been to the Hobby Lobby clearance. Oh, so are you choosing not to go, or you just ain't got the time? Sweetness. I was about to say sweetheart, sweetness, mix it together. Sweetheartedness. Haven't been to ours yet. It is supposed to start this week, but won't have funds until Wednesday. So completely and utterly understand. Oh, I completely and utterly understand. I just discovered that Ollie's sells yarn at deep discounts, but colors and brands are very limited. So, yes, what they do is liquidations. They will purchase everything off of the liquidations and then they will turn around and resell them. Do be careful because not only will they sell them, some of them liquid, like low prices, like really good prices, but there are times that I've actually seen where they are reselling them for retail price. Be careful. Very careful. Michael's mine only had blue super saver Ollie's. That is. Woo! I plan on getting thin weight yarns. I prefer working with the thinner weights to get that drape. Oh, I love that. Oh, I'm starting to really do cottons. You can tell I'm really starting to do cottons. Like, oh, I cannot wait for this blue. I'm wanting to do this blue shirt. Ooh, see if I can pull it out for you guys. I'm gonna show it to you. Y'all are gonna love this. I've been playing a lot on sorry, I just had to do my crisscross applesauce. That was starting to hurt my hippies. I don't know why my hips have been hurting me recently. I think it's probably because of the simple fact we got like a whole nother cold front coming in and ooh, oh my God. We've been hitting freezing temperatures and I'm like, oh, I love the freezing temperatures. I can go back into my big comfy clothes again. Ooh, Darla just put up some beautiful, looks like fingering weight yarn, crafted by Owl with Darla. Oh, gorgeous. Okay, so here's one. See if I can straighten it up. That one I want to make so bad. It is absolutely beautiful. Pineapple Vest pattern by, yeah, I am not even going to pronounce that. That one I am thinking about making. I'm not sure if I want to, but it is crocheted and I think it's free. This one was just too cute. It was too cute. So if you go into my Facebook group, I have been sharing patterns like crazy. Anytime I come across one that I think you guys will like, I share it on here. Here's another one, just a cute little tank top. If you need to, pause me, write it down. Or head on over into my Facebook group, and then that way you can get the link immediately to wherever you're wanting to go. That way you can download it, save it, do whatever you're wanting to do. Oh. Here's another one that's a blouse. I really like the stitching on that. And it's so open. Now this one is a YouTuber. I really like the shirt. Oh, this one, unfortunately, you cannot see through YouTube. Hold on. Or not YouTube, Facebook. Here you go. Look how beautiful that is. Ooh, Mellow. He just laid right up against it. He's like, oh, hello, my beautiful people. Hi, my Mellow. Now, what that would be beautiful on you with you being hour-shaped glass. Oh, Divergent. Oh, sweetheart, that would be beautiful on you because it will bring out the both outer topper and bottom, and then you cinch in the waist. Oh, that would be beautiful on you. Oh, that would be so gorgeous on you. Here's a perfect one for someone that does not feel comfortable with their arms. This one does cost money. It's $5. Size is extra small to 6X. They use a number 3 weight yarn. Where's that one shirt though? I had like a shirt that was just like, oh, I can't seem to find it. Nope, that one's not it. No, but this so reminds me of the 1990s, 1980s. Ah, no. Get off of there. Look at this. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I love this. I would so do it. I would so do it and kill myself with the black yarn. Oh my God. Oh. I plan on getting, okay. I choose to not go get tempted buying more yarn. I have too much already, so I'm shopping my stash. Ooh, I don't blame you. I have fallen in love with Omega thin weight cotton yarn. Oh, have you seen the? No, I don't think I have. Yes, my dear.
Dad use 10.
Not right now.
Wait, my got some food.
Eat a banana.
Okay.
Weight loss. I have bat arms. Oh my God. Okay, so I have bat arms too, and I've like so found something that has been truly helping me out. Do you want to know what it is? Well, you just sat there and said, I'll be right back. I actually just, okay, so I can share that with you if you want to. Like, I just found a exercise that has truly been helping me out, like lifting my tushies and getting it nice and round and everything and getting it off of the back of my leg. Found an exercise to help out with my thighs. It's also helped out with my thighs. It helped out bringing the fat off of my knees because my fat off of my thigh was literally like overhanging on my knee. I've always had that issue. This has been helping with that, and it's been helping me out lifting my tush and making it more round. And it makes me, and here I did it today, and I'm like, I can actually feel the burn. I will look up the one from that, but I found a pattern. I found a exercise that's honestly been helping tremendously. If I could pull my arm out of this and show you guys, I don't know if I can lift it up high enough. Hold on. Pull my shirt up. Like, I have fat arms. Believe me, I have them. They're there. That's a flippers. Believe me, I can like fly away with these little suckers. But I've always had big arms. I've always had muscles, even without trying. I don't know why. I think it's genetics, honestly, to say the truth. My grandpappy had them, like I said. but I found something that's been helping slim up my arms. They're much smaller than what they used to be, and that was only a week ago. So when she comes back, I will share that with you. I have no issue with that because I've already lost another 5 pounds, and I am so excited. I honestly didn't think I was going to get below 155, and here I am down to 150, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if I can get down to 149. I'll be in the 140s. Still, I'm excited. So let me get into Ravelry. Curiosity. What is this? Ravelry. Go home. Patterns, and you said it's ALAN. It must be knitted. Huh. It's cute. I couldn't do it. I would feel like someone's choking me all day long, and I would end up ripping that sucker off. Majority of my shirts are like this. They're off my neck. I can barely handle anything on my neck. The closest I can handle is like straight across right here, and that's it. It's cute, but like I said, I would feel like something's choking me. It looks easy, and it's knitted. I love the roping. Yeah, I'm sorry. I would honestly feel like, okay, so if I can lower it down like that, I would so wear it. But my only other concern is like, what kind of bra can I wear? Because believe me, these girls, they are like down to my belly button. I need these suckers pulled up and lifted and shaped properly. I'm still working on that. So what kind of I love this, whatever yarn this woman used. I love it. It is gorgeous. What kind of bra would you wear with this? Oh no, it's 2 o'clock. It is beautiful. So I wonder how much is it? I love the bright pink she used. $7. It is knitted. They use a DK weight. This beloved design was inspired by a woman behind the yarn. It was created with Carly of We Love Knitting. Carly was the first ever ender dyer I paired up with to collaborate on a design with. She is such a strong force in the community, and her yarn inspires me every day to push myself creatively. Make sure you go pick out a stellar combo of her yarn to make this design and support your favorite indie yarners, designers, and local yarn shops. Sizes 1 through 9, or if you go from extra small to 5X. Bust sizes are 28 to 30. That was for a extra small. A small is a 32 to 34. Large is 36, 38. Large is 40 to 42. 1X is 44 to 46. And it keeps on going. Positive ease is 1.5. So that's basically how much is it going to stretch. And then here I find this right up underneath it, and I think that's cute. So that was $8. Here y'all got me shopping on Ravelry. Okay, so it's 2:00. I gotta do meds. Divergent Crafter, if you want me to, I can tell you what I've been doing to help out with those types of issues that I've been doing since I've started losing weight. If you do, then you guys are going to have to just give me a minute and bear with me while I go do medication, and then I can be right back and go ahead and show you that. Or I can just go ahead and say goodbye, you beautiful people. It's completely up to you. I don't know why this is off center. It's honestly starting to drive me batty. Batty. Not ours. Okay, back had the phone call. Oh, so I will ask again. Sweetness, if you want to, I can tell you a couple of exercises that I've been working on with mine. I have major fat arms. Believe me, my whole life I've had big arms, big thighs, big everything, no matter even when I got to my smallest point, and I was a dancer. I got fluffiness. I can fly away. And for some reason, I've always had muscle. I don't know why. Don't know where it comes from. But I found a new thing that's honestly been helping me out. But if you want to, and you want to give me a minute, I can show you a couple of videos that I found one video that's helped me out with my legs, my butt, my thighs, and with the exercise with that, like I'm actually feeling it, and it's really difficult for me to be able with any exercise to feel it on my butt and my thighs. And this one I feel every single time. And then with the exercise with my arm, I feel it every single time. You just bear with me. Let me do meds real quick, and I'll be right back, and I can show you those exercises. Because by doing this, I have dropped another 5 pounds. I'm excited. So I'll be right back, and I can show that. Thank y'all for waiting. Okay, so found this on an accident. I have to shake my son's prescription twice a day. Once in the morning, once at night. And usually I shake like this. And I'm like, okay, fine, no wonder. And you take your arm and you go back, and it's supposed to help out with the bicep, the back part of your brain, back part of your arm. So I do that. But what I started noticing is if you put your arms straight across like this, and you just keep on doing it until you finally just start tensing up, and you just hold as long as you can, and then you do it on the other side, and you literally do it as long as you need to. Usually when it's more full, I can feel it more. It's been toning up my arms in less than a week. They have toned up so much. I can literally start feeling a gap in between my arms, especially when I'm moving my arms back and forth. And I have shoulder issues really bad, where this one really wants to dislocate a whole lot. It started toning it up more. I can feel it tightened the muscles up and the tendons and everything else like that up more, where it doesn't feel like it needs to dislocate as much as it used to. But yeah, just make a little L or backwards L, whatever, and just go back and forth doing it. And if you want to get a shake weight, you can do it. Get one of those and do that as well. Okay. Don't pull them down. Hold them up. All right, go.
Oh, my sit on you.
No, I'm about to get off. But doing that and a couple of exercises where you're sitting there and you bend over, you touch your toes, and you walk forward until you do like a push-up. You don't have to do a push-up, but you walk back and then you stand right back up again. Those will strengthen your shoulders, your chest, and the back part of your back as well. That works. Happy to learn a few to help. Some of it is loose skin, but may just have to be removed or will have to puff up. Okay. Well, how much have you lost? Hi, Maribel. How are you, sweetness? How much have you lost? Because losing 5 pounds is still freaking awesome. No matter how much you've been able to lose. Oh, that's fantastic.
Now I gotta do the same.
Yeah, go ahead and sit down.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Congratulations. A lot of people that I've been hearing about that has been losing that amount of weight has actually said doing weight training has helped tremendously with toning and bringing the skin back up and trying to tone everything up. So I have been doing a lot of weight training at home. Take a jug of water. Free. That's my weight. That's weight training. Okay. Go sit down. No. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Open it.
Will I play Roblox today?
No. Here you go.
Mellow.
Go sit down. Another exercise that's been tremendously helping with my lower end of my body, because I've been truly focusing on that, is I am 40 pounds away from a BMI friendly weight, so maybe 20 more to go. Oh my God, that is freaking awesome. Here, I don't even know what mine is. I'm just going whatever's making me comfortable. That's awesome. Oh my God. 10-minute tone leg workout, no equipment needed. Oh my gosh. Try this. I'm about to start looking at the rest of her stuff, and the people that follow her love what she puts out. And just doing this one video is like, I can see why. Make sure you can read that. If you need to, pause me. Yeah. I have... Five Below sells dumbbells and other weights. Oh, they do. Seriously. So I need to go there. I was thinking about going on Facebook and seeing if I can possibly get my hands. See if I can probably get them really, really cheap at a garage sale, yard sale, or something else like that. Or maybe see if I can find someone selling them really, really cheap. Or go to Walmart and start purchasing the dumbbells one at a time until I need them. But I've already noticed, like, when, I don't know what it's called, deadlifts or whatever. It's like when you go all the way down very slowly and you bring them up really, really slowly, and it's supposed to help the back end of your thigh. I'm already up to like, what is it? 25 pounds, and I barely felt it. And that was with cat litter. I'm like, seriously? I didn't realize how strong my thighs were until I'm sitting here going, how much do I need to really... I mean, I should know. I mean, I can pick up a 50-pound bag and I can carry that sucker on my shoulder from the van or from the truck all the way inside the house and sit it down. And I'm like, I think I'm stronger than I realize. But yet, doing what I just showed you, doing the jumps and the agility and things like that, and my heart rate and stuff like that, and that's telling me I need to really work on my cardio and all of that and everything as well to try to get my heart back in rhythm. Because I remember I used to sit there and I can literally just walk for hours, or I can sit there and be on the treadmill or the bicycle and literally just go. And after I get to a certain point of just, and I'm like, I can sit there and I can just go for hours and I don't get tired. It is the weirdest thing. Gemma! Hey, sweetness. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm going a little over today, but the boys are being good. I've already gave them their meds and everything else like that. So, how are you doing, sweetness? It's not a job, volunteer. How's the volunteer work going? So, I need to go to 5 and below, up to 15 pounds. Fabulous. I had a trainer who specialized in hypermobility people, and HIIT weight training can work as cardio as long as you get your heart rate up. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think the highest I got my heart rate up today by just doing that was like 170 beats per minute. Or not minute, 107. What was the highest it went? 169. Sitting here and I'm at 74. I'm struggling. My TSN. No. Where in the world did those letters came from? NSN has been defunctioned. I'm confused. What is Nan? Your Nana? I feel like he just sat there and just had a good old laugh at me right now. I'm sorry. My bad. Your Nana. So it is your Nana. Your Nana. Okay. Okay. So So your Nana, is she okay? I'm not understanding. I'm struggling. My Nana has been diagnosed with dementia. Oh, okay. I grasp it now. Just totally got it. Oh. Well, how many years has she already had it? Because the only time that they usually diagnose is after they've had it for about a good 5 years plus. So it must be really starting to kick in now. That sucks. Is she backtracking or is she just losing time? Is an Olympic level weightlifter and is specialized in ADHD, autistic, and hypermobility clients and does singular skills. Oh, fantastic. Hugs, Gemma. That is so hard. Yes, it is difficult. That says at least 2 years. Okay, so they caught it early. That's awesome. Yeah, I've only just found out. She is forgetting everything. Okay, so which one is it where she goes back in time or she just basically forgets life itself and life skills and things like that? I know there's 2 different kinds. You would. If you were smaller, I would so pick you up, but you are just too big. You're just too big. Your head is as big as my head. This is not happening. She's forgetting Eddie. You may have seen her on TikTok, burritos and ADHD. Probably. Forgets life and skills. Oh, so she is forgetting life skills. She can't cook or even independent. She doesn't recognize me yesterday. Now that's the hardest point. Sweetness. That's the hardest one. It's when she gets to the point where she can't even remember you. My mom didn't have that, but I completely understand. My mom had cancer several different places, and at the very end, it finally went to her brain. And when it did, it was like dementia. She started backtracking in her life. She started forgetting who she was, she literally backtracked her life until childhood. To the point where she even forgot who I was. And I was the one that was there 24/7 taking care of her. And I was a teenager when all this was occurring. And she would literally walk out of her room and be like, "Who are you? Why are you in the house? Where's mommy and daddy?" And I'm like, "I'm your child. I don't have kids. I live with my mom." So, I mean, from going through that, I completely and utterly, I understand those feelings of just being forgotten and lost and losing the person you loved and grew up with and cherished and everything. I totally, and I grasp that, and that's, sweetness. It's one of those situations where it's like, oh yeah, I definitely want to give you a hug, but then again, it's like, please don't touch. But I'm happy to be here so I can switch off and relax. Oh yes, definitely. Gemma, I have been there. You have to remind yourself it's not a lack of love. It's just one of life's cruel moments. Oh my God, yes it is. Clearly read, so you are working on, yes. Yes, being autistic does not help. I am preferring proceedings. Existing so much information. Oh, I don't blame you. The one thing I am not going to tell you is not do the research. Do the research. It's what helps me. It is what comforts me. And I'm starting to see in the autistic and ADHD community, it is one of the best things you can do to allow an individual like us to actually allow us to do the research and engulf ourselves into all the information that we can get our hands on, even if that means allow us to talk to other individuals that has had the experience from several different points of view. It is by telling us, no, don't worry about it, everything's going to be okay, is the worst thing you can do to somebody like us. The absolute worst. Because it drives me bloody batty. It drives them batty. When they sit there and they ask me a question legitimately where they want to engulf themselves because it is something new, strange, or confusing or upsetting to them, I let them go. Here. Or I'll learn beside them and I'll work with them while I'm learning and while they're learning. And then we just keep learning. And we go down that rabbit hole until they're like, I've had enough. I'm like, okay. Doesn't mean I'm not going to stop, but okay. I'm working on being more patient and trying to understand, working on a constant of keep busy. Oh yeah, definitely. What helped my mom and helped me was understanding. I understood the concept that it wasn't in her control. It wasn't in my control, that no matter what, it was going to occur. And it was just, that's what made me start learning how to ask the questions. Where are you at now? Where is your brain at now? What age are you now? And I would even ask my mom, like, how old are you? What year is it? Oh, okay. So it helped me understand what kind of a role did I need to play. Are you at a point where you still don't know who I am? What age are you? And it helped me play a role of even just sitting there and going, I'm here to just support you, love you, and be there for you. And I just want to spend time with you. Talk to me. Doesn't mean that I need to be her child. I just need to be there for her. Exactly what I just said, just in different phrasing. Accepting the diagnosis and moving and seeing what kind of placing of where you need to be there for her and yourself. It made me help. It really did help me understand the way she was raised, the lifestyle that she grew up in, what made her her. And now I feel like with all the knowledge I have now, I wish I can go back to that. And I wish I can go back and re-ask the questions in the state of mind that I am now and the knowledge that I have now, and place it and be like, I wonder, with everything everyone's told me, it's always said that you were ADHD. I wonder if you really are, or if you're autistic as well. I wonder. What did you go through? What struggles did you do? Why did you do the things you did? Why did you teach me the things that you taught me? Why did you always sit there and say the things that you did, understanding so much of everything that I went through? Just curiosity. Just what did you go through to finally make you click? Trail back. I understand how you feel. Yeah. I still go back and have fun trilling in my thoughts of memories and things like that, of all the questions I would ask her and everything else like that, because I was the one that was there for her. I don't know if she's in the house with you or if she's in home or what. But it's the only experience I can go with. I mean, I've seen firsthand with my meemaw that owned this house and everything, how she would backtrack and her whole personality completely changed when she was in her 30s and 20s and stuff like that. And everyone was sat there and it's like, oh, it's not my meemaw. I'm like, it is your meemaw. It's just a different age. It was a different time. And she had a mouth on that woman. Oh my God, did she have a mouth on her when she was in her 20s and 30s. Both me and my husband loved it. And it was my husband's grandma. And we would love sitting there and talking to her, me and her. And my husband would get along so beautifully. And we would sit there, and we didn't hold on to who she was at the age when she started backtracking. We wanted to learn who she is even then, when she was raising her children, when she was fighting being an only husband or only wife and everything else like that. I just love cherishing those times, and that woman. Oh my God, I had so much fun. But there are individuals that did not want her to backtrack and did not want to learn about who she was and the struggle she went through and the lifestyles of the age like I am now. I'm 36. They wanted her to be who she was then, and that was, I think, late 60s, 70s, no, 80s. They wanted her to be in that time frame, that mindset and everything. No, she went through a life. She went through a war. She got married. She went through adultery. She had children. A house. What made her make the decisions to be who she is? And I took that as an opportunity with her backtracking in time to join her in her journey and learn more about her. And because of that, I take that with me and I love everything about it. So anytime someone else goes through that I'm very close to or anything, or my grandpappy at the very end did the exact same thing. He would go through the journey of backtracking through his age, and he would tell me stories and everything. And I loved it. I would do the research of what it was like in that time frame and where they were at to get a better understanding of why they talked or acted or dressed or anything else like that. And it was just, because of that, I was capable of actually being the only person that was capable of taking care of my grandpappy at the very end of his life and be there for him and love him, and when others could not. I guess it's a gift. It is a gift. It's something that I should not be ashamed of or be shamed or worried or concerned. But it is a gift because it is something that was gifted to me for some strange reason, and I love it. So taking an opportunity to follow her in her journey, even though you're losing your Nana of her age now, but at least you get to know who she was to make her who she is now, or was now. You get what I'm saying? Sorry, too much of a trail off, but again, another way of looking at it in a positive direction. I know too many people get sick and tired of me. Too much positivity. It's like a fly that just won't go away. And you're like, oh, love. Sorry, I need to shut up. But yeah, it's another way you can look at it after you get done mourning losing who she is now, unfortunately. And I'm sorry. I know a lot of people don't want that. On that wonderful note, trying to be sarcastic, but didn't quite succeed, I don't feel like. I am going to let you beautiful people go. I have a Gare screaming and hollering, a cuteness on the TV, and then I still haven't pulled out dinner to be defrosted yet. I'm about to ask my husband what does he wants to eat for dinner, and then I got a wee one in the chair being very quiet, and I'm quite curious of what he's doing. So I hope y'all have a wonderful week. Thank you guys so much for coming back and joining me. thank you so much for understanding all the process of everything that we've been going through and everything else like that, and understanding why I have not put up that many videos, and all the love that you guys have joined or has shared with me. And my curl has gone straight and it's aggravating the chickens out of me. Anyways, side note, squirrel moment. I hope, thank you, everyone. And again, I will see you guys in the next video, and I will try to go live again on Monday. Blessed be.